When I was a teenager, I had a very well-meaning lady tell me that having children ruins your body. Nothing could be further from the truth. Welcome to Whole Catholic Living, this place of balancing mind, body, and spirit. In this video, I'm going to tell you about my fitness journey and how I think that being open to life and having as many babies as God wants you to can be compatible with fitness. But I didn't always realize this, and I'm gonna share with you. If somebody asked me, hey, how'd you get to that place? This is my story. At the end of this video, I will be sharing with you 4 tips for integrating fitness through all the seasons. This is a collaboration with the Fit, Fearless, and Faithful Mama. So, if you want to go check her out, please check the description box below. I will link that when you're done with this video. Her story's amazing. So go ahead and give her some love. Let her know Whole Catholic Living sent you. Let me give you a quick background on myself and my fertility before we get this started. I have 3 children. They're about 2 years apart each. And I had 2 miscarriages in between my second and my third born. And I'm currently pregnant right now, and I am due to pop in just a few short weeks. I really feel like I have experienced the seasons of birth and postpartum, and I understand them. Losing weight is not an easy process. In pregnancy, we're told to gain anywhere from 15 to 40 pounds. I'm not the kind of woman that weight just flies off by me doing nothing. That's not me. I have to work for every single pound gained or lost. In pregnancy, it seems that I have the trouble gaining the weight, and postpartum, it seems that I have trouble losing the weight. My body just wants to stay in this happy place and not budge. So I understand losing weight is not an easy process. So for me, after getting the body of my dreams, after my second born was about 2 years old, it was really hard not to mourn the loss of that body when I got pregnant. And then I miscarried the baby. I felt so guilty, but I also felt like a failure on both accounts because my body was no longer where I wanted it to be. And I also wasn't having a successful pregnancy. So I felt like I was losing on both ends. Then I got pregnant again immediately. And it was before I felt my body had a chance to reset. And I lost that baby too. And so I was really upset, feeling like I went from being on top of my game to, I was feeling pain. I couldn't do my workouts. I didn't have the physique that I wanted to. And after having been at that ideal weight and feeling so strong for so many months and then going to that so quickly, it really shook me and it put me in a bad brain place. But as is usually the case when we're in these states, God is trying to teach us a lesson. And so I did some soul searching. I started to ask myself, what was it about being in shape that I loved so much? Was it the physique? Yeah, I would be lying if I said I didn't mind that. It was to the point where I was feeling that the next level would be to go compete on stage. But then I found out I was pregnant. So just to give you an idea of like where my mindset was, like I really was caught up in the physique at that point. But really, that didn't matter to me deep down in my core. That was just vanity. And thankfully, I was learning about spirituality at this time and trying to deepen my faith, especially through the loss of the 2 babies. So I was trying to move away from vice and into virtue, and vanity just didn't really fit into the virtue of humility. What was important to me was modeling virtue to my children. That is the stick-to-itiveness that it takes to achieve a goal in fitness. The fortitude to keep going, workout after workout. The perseverance. The temperance, when you want to eat a big thing of chocolate cake, but it's not on your diet plan, and so you stay away from it. I realized that fitness meant so much to me because it integrated with my faith and helped me practice the virtues. So that when it did come to making serious virtuous choices, I had that practice. And I realized that's what was important to me. It was important to me to grow that way and to model that to my children. I began to see that fitness was part of a much bigger scope than just vanity. When I realized that fitness was skill building, it made me realize that this wasn't something I could just enjoy between my latest child's second birthday and the time I got pregnant again. No. This was something that was sustainable. This was something that I could enjoy year-round, pregnant, postpartum, best shape of my life. I could enjoy it at all times. It was then I realized that being in shape actually fit beautifully into the concept of having multiple children. The more I dug into church teaching, the more I saw that the church really cares about women's bodies too. And they explicitly spell out ways in which our dignity is not to be defiled. For example, the church's teaching on contraception and abortion is not to restrict us, but to allow our bodies the full potential God created for us. Now that's a video for another time. But by disordering the natural order of our bodies, we actually do more harm than good. It dawned on me that I could be fit all year round if I adopted some new principles. So I'm going to share with you my takeaways and how I keep fitness as part of my life. Number one was listening to my body. Knowing what my body needed, in what season I was in. Keeping in perspective, if I am pregnant, things are going to look very different than if I in 2 years postpartum. Number two was adopting that on-season, off-season mindset. Think like an athlete. Athletes that train for the Olympics don't stay high performance trained all year round. So if we think about the female body as having different seasons, we can train accordingly. If we want to maintain a certain physique at, Olympic season, then do it. Push yourself through those seasons of high intensity. Don't forget to rest during those seasons that you need to rest and recover. Know what season you're on and act accordingly. I'm going to share with you quickly my breakdown for my different seasons. So on season, when I'm just hitting it hard and I know my body can handle it, it's going to be weight training 3 to 5 times a week, cardio 3 times a week. Pregnancy season, it's going to be weights 3 to 5 times a week, but listening to my body, not pushing for those max reps, just enough to let the muscles feel it. Cardio is going to be 1 to 2 times a week, if at all. I focus on postural exercises and alignment exercises. This season of pregnancy is where I really need to focus on positioning the baby right. And there are special exercises to do for that. Postpartum is going to be rest, recovery, and high nutrition. This is immediately postpartum. And I will do physical therapy type exercises, maybe 3 to 5 times a week, but they're very, very gentle until I feel that I'm in that second stage of postpartum recovery in which I'm building up to the on season. But I allow that postpartum rest to be as long as I need. With my last child, it was an entire year. Being okay with having these seasons and knowing what season you're in can give you so much more peace about the way your body looks. So for example, right now I am 32 weeks pregnant. I am softer looking and I have more weight. That's okay because I'm in that season and I know that. And I know that I'm taking care of my body the way it needs caring for. There are seasons for pushing yourself. There are seasons for rest. There are seasons for knowing your macros and counting your calories if that's what you wish to do. But it's not always going to be that way. It's not always that way. Don't drive yourself crazy to think you always have to be in this certain place at all times. So the thread that is common in all these seasons is exercise, but that will look so different from somebody who's trying to train for physique versus somebody who's trying to make their pelvis aligned for childbirth. So just know that. Number 3, nutrition is so important. So much of what we want to achieve with our bodies can be done with nutrition. Are you having fertility issues? There's food for that. Are you having milk supply issues? There's food for that. Are you trying to gain weight? There's food for that. Are you trying to lose weight? There's food for that. Nutrition can be tweaked to fit your seasons. So nutrition is vital, and you need to know where you're at and plan your nutrition accordingly. Number 4, small things with great love. Consistency is key, but that doesn't mean sameness. Do the little effort that is required of you today, not tomorrow, not next year. If I'm sitting here pregnant and I'm counting my macros because I'm trying to build my arm muscles and cut the fat, that's not what is on the agenda for today. Know what's on the agenda today. Know what the small choices for today, and do it. I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you're brand new to the Whole Catholic Living, please hit subscribe and that bell notification icon. Please leave me in the comments below. Did you struggle with fitness versus pregnancy? Have a great day. Bye. Do you have a cavity? There's food for that too, which I'll be sharing in an upcoming video, so stay tuned.